It's your boy Hype, bringing you another weekly Nightfall strike on the Animal Instincts Gaming channel, and this is the s.a.b.e.r Nightfall Solo, aka s.a.b.e.r, you know the rest. And I was really not sure if I was going to get this one done, man. And sorry for the delay on getting it out there. And this time around, we're going to do things a little bit differently. But let's see what we got first. As usual, we have epic, highly shielded, and highly aggressive enemies appear in great numbers. This week's damage of choice is Void Burn. Void damage from any source is greatly increased. We have Berserk. Minions of the darkness won't flinch even after massive damage. Next up, we have Specialist. Special weapon damage is favored. And lastly, this one I cannot stand, we have Trickle. Recharge rate is dramatically delayed. I'm going in there with my 299 Warlock, and I'm going to be going in there with the Hawk Saw Legendary Pulse Rifle. Be also heading in there with the Havoc Pigeon, creating some havoc. It's a Void sidearm, so with them two, the Specialist damage and Void makes for a really nice combo. And lastly, I'm going to be heading in there with the Truth, because we got that Void, so why not? Let's do some damage. And the Havoc Pigeon, that thing's an absolute beast. Now, as I said, I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently, and this is what I mean. I'm just going to be jumping through the main parts as opposed to just fast forwarding. Now, right here is the war set. Now, by now, everybody pretty much is aware of this cheese. What you want to do is head on over to this rock where you see I am there, put your back to it, and you'll see as soon as it says you can summon vehicle with your back to it, turn around. It's going to give you the ability to summon your Sparrow a lot closer than if you're looking at it head on. So face the opposite way, take a little step forward, it'll say summon vehicle, spin around, do a little turn, spin around, bring out your Sparrow, and you will go right on through the wall, no problem. And that's it. From here underground, you can do the you're completing the war set there, man. While all the enemies are up there wondering what the hell's going on, trying to kill you. Why deal with all that crap? Now, to get out of here, you're just going to want to hop over to this rock, and it's toward the direction that you came down in, and repeat the process. Put your back towards where you're trying to get out at, and bring out your Sparrow, and you're right out. There you go. Now we're going to bring you to the next area, which is kind of the main encounter since we done cheesed that war set there. Now, what I like to do for this is that servitor right there. I like to take him out and then come back into these hallways. Got a lot less stuff shooting at you, a lot less chaos, and then you can come back here with the Havoc Pigeon and just create some havoc. Now, as I was saying, sorry for the delay with this video. Normally I like to have them up early, but I just knew I was not prepared for this. Not solo, no way, no how. I've played this on heroics. Even ran it with some teammates with my lower characters. And I just knew. So I was doing some raids and everything else I could this week to try and get my character leveled up some more powerful, better weapons, which worked out because I did manage to get this Havoc Pigeon. I got the, what is that thing? The 1,000-yard sniper rifle, which is void damage. I was debating on using that towards the end, but never end up using it. And also I got some raid gear, which put me up my Warlock. This is just with the weapons that I have for this Nightfall. That's why my Warlock is at 299. But if I slap on some more of my raid weapons, I'm at 303. So almost just a slither away from being 304. So that's another reason why I used the Warlock, because right there, woo, talk about dodging skanks. Explosive skanks. The skanks are exploding everywhere. It's a party. Alright, anyways, right after that, as I was saying, I've mainly been playing with my Warlock, but here you go. You want to toss your nade in there, and man, it really sucks with Trickle if your nade does not do the work. Now look at this right here. Oh no. You know, there we go. Self-res on deck. That was just pathetic. And right there, I was just thinking, nah, this ain't gonna happen. That was a sign of things to come. So here's your next little spot, and it's the little electrified runway there where you have to run down and grab the relic, come back, place it in, and then it'll stop this electric crap from going on and also open up the doorway. So what I do when I first go through there, as you can see, is I get into the middle and then take out the skanks all the way down at the end, and then pick it up and just follow right behind the lightning bolt, man. And once you pass that one, switch over to the other side. And then cross back over to the other side as soon as it passes you. And that's it. That's pretty easy. Put the relic in, turn around, and there you go. Kill out all the skanks, the explosives, the snipers, every last skank. Take them all out. And then we're ready for the next kind of main little encounter here. Just gonna make your way back up where you picked up the relic and then head up the steps, and there we go. We got some dragon. Look at this havoc pigeon. Time to create some havoc. Thing is a beast, man. I'm really glad I got this, and especially at the time that I got it's, you know, it was the nightfall with sidearm, specialist damage, and void. So it was like the perfect weapon to get at the perfect time. I mean, couldn't have asked for more. And it's a beast. It really is. It's got a little silencer on it, man. I dig it. I dig it. But still, even at this point, I knew I wouldn't have too much of a problem besides falling off the map, making it to the s.a.b.e.r. But the problem was, what the hell am I going to do once I get there? I said there ain't nothing to it but to go in there and just give it a shot, and you'll see. You'll see coming up shortly, because it's not going to take too much longer to get there. So from here, I'm just keeping cover in and out of the doorway, man. If you're taking damage, just get back, because that servitor up there has a big void blast that even if you're hurt the tiniest bit and you get a direct hit from that, you're done. Then you're restarting this, and nightfalls are not what they used to be, man. That's another thing. Like before, I was always in a rush to get the nightfall done. It was the very first thing I did, because you would get your radiant light where your head was on fire, and you would get bonus XP for everything that you did. Now they put all this kinds of bonus stuff in armor and whatnot, so they took that away. You know, like there's armor you can get reputation gains from Crucible and Vanguard and all that other stuff, but you know, it's just not the same. And if you die now, you don't have to completely go back to orbit and then start all over again. So, and the rewards are not as good. So the nightfall is nowhere what it's cracked up to be. I'm really debating on maybe pumping the brakes on these things and backing off them for a little bit and trying to focus on uploading some different stuff. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think down below in the comment section. But here's the next kind of area, and what you're going to want to do is just from this entryway, and I probably should have used a little bit of a better weapon, even though I do like this weapon. It's a beast, but got better ones for that kind of range for this particular moment. But you're just going to take out all the enemies in the back, the snipers and everything, from this doorway, leaving cover to your left. And then once you're pretty much clear, there's going to be a captain in there, so be aware of that. But now it's pretty much just him and I, and really shouldn't be too much of a problem, even though them damn sharpener launchers do some serious damage. Serious damage. Look at that. Red barn. Almost on my way out. But we're going to go finish him off, and then there's one drag left up, and then it is time for the Queen Skank. The biggest skank of them all. The biggest skank. Alright, that's enough, hype. That's enough. Just stop it. So here we are, right when you get down in here, and yes, I did die. I died, and then I had to go take care of some business, so I was just AFK for a while. But this is the run. This is my second actual attempt at going at it on this particular time around. But once you get down there, you're going to want to take out both of the servitors and then come over to this spot where you see me, and you're going to use this little whatever you want to call it. We'll just call it a table for argument's sake, even though it is not a table. Okay? We're going to use that as cover, especially when you see the skank about to charge up and snipe. Crouch down, duck down. When you're crouched down behind there, the snipe shot will not hit you. So just stay crouched down there and make sure that you are on the opposite side of the skank. Right now the skank's over to my left, so I'm crouched down on this side. But given some time, the skank will move over to and be in front of where I'm at, and then I'll move to the back side, which you'll see me do. Now the main thing you want to focus on is once you see reinforcements coming in, and there's the skank and you see me move. Once you see reinforcements come in, just focus on them, because they will surround you and they'll do some damage. And look at that, they'll do damage, but the pigeon does havoc. You know what I'm saying? The pigeon, havoc pigeon. But you're just going to take out as many skanks as you can, and it's kind of annoying. It would be nice that if once you cleared them all out, it would give you an X amount of time until you did a certain amount of damage before more spawned in. But they just keep coming, and they just keep coming. The skanks are relentless. If they want something, they just keep coming after it. There's no stopping the skanks. And they're in packs. The skanks are in packs. There's packs of them. There's hordes of them. There's hordes of horde. Alright, I'm not going to say that. Cut that. Rewind, cut it back, edit it out. Alright, mental note. Alright, so here I'm just doing as much damage as I can to the biggest skank in Destiny while I'm taking out all the rest of them. Because I was saying it's annoying that you don't get a little break in between, and then once you do a certain amount of damage, your skank drops down, and then you can take out more, and so on and so on. But they just keep coming. So I'm going to speed this part up, because that's all this is until everything changes up and the main saber skank starts turning and does some void, switches over into a void monster, which of course, right, being that it's void damage. So this is kind of when you really want to be cautious, because with the void burn on, it's really will really wreck you if you're not careful. We'll just put it that way. Which is coming up right here and right there. I quickly dropped a heavy synth, and I go to do that again later on in the video, and I was just in such a rush and such a panic that I actually used a special and didn't even need it, which sucked. So there we go. Everything's switching up. The platform's changed up. So what we want to do then is run on over to this side of the map as far away from the skank as possible. And then you're going to see this kind of wall thing that's up here to the left. That is what you're going to use as cover. I'm going to tuck in tight. I'm just trying to take out as many of the explosive skanks as I can. But once the saber can see you, you're going to want to get out of that area. You're going to want to head back to the other side of the map, try and lure the saber to that side of the map. Then it's kind of just repeating. You're just doing a big lap, a big circle, head back there, and in the process, just land a couple rockets if you can on to the saber. Shoot, just make sure you keep your distance and keep cover, because as I was saying right there, no, don't go that way. Turn back, cut back, and head back on over. But as I was saying, now it's doing void damage, which will absolutely annihilate it. So just make sure you keep distance and keep cover. And then once you come back here, see right there, summons reinforcements. So I'm just going to stay tucked in this area and take out as many explosive skanks as I possibly can, so that when I run out there, I don't make a mistake and run right into them, then blow up, and that's it. I'll have to use the self-res before I want to use the self-res. So I was already planning on holding on to this self-res and using it if necessary, which I was pretty much sure it was going to be necessary, against when the snipers came out. The skank snipers. Yup. Nothing but headshots around them skanks. Anyways, that's alright, I'm getting drifted here. I'm just going to start calling them Shanks for the rest of the video because I keep getting sidetracked. But from here, you see, I'm just repeating the process. Come back over here, take cover, get a couple of shots off with the rocket. Don't really focus too much on the saber. Focus on all the shanks. Shanks, see, I said it. We're learning. Focus on all them and just shoot a rocket or two when you can at the saber, when you know it's clear. Now, when you're in the spot too, make sure you do not back up too far because you will get electrocuted. So kind of stay mid of this plate and tucked in as tight to it as you can so you're not taking any kind of splash damage from the saber. Now, this is still difficult, and I would make sure that your light is as high as possible before even attempting to do this solo. Next time around, everybody will probably be max light, and maybe there'll be some kind of cheese out for this besides just the war set. Every video that says saber cheese is just a damn war set. It's not actually the balls. But it's tough because right when you spawn down in there, the servitors, they're after you, and you don't really have too much time to look around and try to figure something out. But right there, boom, I panicked and used a special even though I wanted to use the heavy. Now I'm just speeding that up and had that sped up, but right here I'm going to bring it back down because this is when the saber changes, and this is where the sniper skanks come out and stuff gets a little bit crazy. Now I wish I had some really solid good advice for you here in this particular part, but I don't. Besides, it's when you see that right there, reinforcements are coming. Focus on one thing and one thing only. The snipers. They spawn out of the two top windows, which you'll see here over across the map that way, and the ones that are directly to the right of me and behind me now at this point. But take them out first. Jump. Do not stay stationary. Move around just as much as you can. I have, what is that? Angel of Light. And I can kind of hover there for a second, which helps out because you can hover there, get your shots off, and then drop back down. By the time they're shooting you into the sky, you are back down. Now you want to take them out, and after they're dead, do as much damage. You don't have too much time. Do as much damage as you can to the saber, and then head back to the sniper shanks as soon as you see it pop up. Focus on them and only them. Right here, man. Look at that. Oh, can he make it? Can he make it? Come on. Don't die now. Why? If that one would have died, I probably would have been all right. But that's it right there, man. There's no more self-res. With trickle on, there's no way. There's not enough time to earn it back at this point. So now it's do or die and start all over, which I did not want to do that. That's for sure. And then with trickle on, it would take a long time to have that self-res back, and it just would have been a mess. But we can do it. So there we go. You'll see right there, reinforcements from this side of the map. Take out as many of the snipers as you can on that side of the map, and right there it easily could have been game over, but hopping around and just not being stationary and strafing, doing as much as you can do will actually help, as you see. There you go. The snipers are down. Now it's time to do as much damage as we can, but make sure you keep a distance, because if you get caught up with that lightning or electricity, whatever, does some serious damage. Managed to pick up 2 rockets, which what I was trying to use was a heavy synth. Now, That would have made my life so much easier had I would have used the heavy and not the special. But just caught up in the moment, panicked, hit the panic button. There it is. Reinforcements, so focus on the snipers, and this should be the last time around. And like I said, that's all you really can do is just hop and drop and hope that you don't get hit with these things. I'm sure there's probably a better way to do this, to go about it, but just have not found it yet. And it's a little tough when you got that big ass electric ball chasing you down. You know, you only got so much time to stay focused on them snipers before that thing's gonna come right up behind you and electrocute you. So right there, I knew it was getting close. Just wanted to make sure I didn't make no mistakes. Couple more shots and boom! There it is. Soloed the s.a.b.e.r. Now if you made it this far, might as well stick around for a few more seconds. I'm going to speed it up to the roll here to see what I get, to see if it's even worth it. Which we know these new nightfalls haven't been the greatest gifts. Bungie, still going to talk about it. Year 2, reroll, please. Can we get a reroll? There it is, the Monte Carlo Year 2 and a strange coin. Slap a little cherry on the top. But yeah, some of you that may not know, a reroll would be nice right now for a couple modes of light or 2 strange coins. If you didn't like your reward, you can hit X and get a reroll. Boom! Brilliant idea. There's the Monte Carlo and some of the upgrades for it. And that's going to about wrap it up for me in this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you haven't, be sure to subscribe. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time, Animals, it's your boy Hype. We out.